Okay, you want to do some work on your car, or just sitting it with the door open listening to the radio, and you've got that annoying chime going. So here you go. You just got to push this like that. And you see how it shuts off. And then to undo it, you need to hold the lock like you're opening the door, and then push it back the other way to undo it. Okay, so we did a kind of a fun project today. I installed a Econo gauge. So this is the Stewart Warner Economy or vacuum gauge. You see the different colors on there. Yellow is where you're coasting and the engine is at the highest efficiency. The vacuum is at the highest because the throttle is closed. The pistons are pulling in, trying to get air, and they can't, and so they create a vacuum, a high vacuum. Idle is the blue zone, and that's where you use your least amount of fuel in normal operation. Green is the target area where you want to try and drive the vehicle within the green area. And when you are starting out, accelerating, you're going to go into the orange. If you're going up a hill, you're going to hit the orange. And if you're really getting on it and trying to move, you're going to go into the red range, which that is where you're using the most fuel or gas. So the gauge, it was by Stewart Warner. They call it the Motor Minder, and it was real popular back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And you can learn to improve your driving habits and get better mileage from your car, truck, by watching how the needle responds to how you use your foot on the gas pedal. It won't work with a turbo unit because turbo vehicles have pressure, whereas this works from vacuum, and it's measuring vacuum in the intake manifold through a hose that goes from the manifold to the gauge. So the gauge costs about $110, $120. I got this one through Summit Racing, but they're available in other stores. It's pretty easy to mount. I put it in this location on the dashboard of the truck because it was unused. It had space behind it. It had already been drilled, so no big deal. 2 1/8 inch hole or 2 1/16 inch hole, and it slips right in there. Has a U bracket that goes behind it, and I put a stainless backer in there, and it also has lighting, so it's fun to have. These were real popular years ago, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. But you could put this on your car. It connects up to a vacuum line off the carburetor or the intake manifold, and it you want it in the blue and green range. Blue is typically idle. Yellow is when you are coasting going downhill. That's when you're using almost nothing. The green is the optimal area to be driving. Let's see if we can read that in there. I don't know if you can read that. Let me see if I can get a zoom in. Okay. So anyway, green is the optimal range where you will supposedly get your best mileage from the gauge. Orange is when you're starting to use more fuel. You see it says fair, and when you get into the red, that's when you're starting to really suck the fuel down. So let's start up the engine, and you can see what happens when you run the engine. Okay, so engine's gonna just kind of Stabilize here. You see we are right at the yellow and blue line, maybe just into the yellow. That's telling us that we are very efficient right now. And so if you rev it up a little bit, it'll go up into the red and orange and green. So we are just parked right now, so it's not really going to show anything, but when you do put a load on it, just driving, you can get it into the green most of the time, just feathering the pedal and not flooring it, working it too much, just easy throttling. Now when I have the truck camper on, we're almost always in the orange and red. The truck camper is very, very rough on mileage. Gets about like maybe 9 if we're lucky. So anyway, that is an Econo gauge. And I just installed it in an accessible, unused portion of the dashboard. So I think it works out pretty good. It's just a dead spot there. It's hollow behind. And one thing I did do to back this a little bit better, it has two studs that come off the back of the gauge, and then a bracket, U-shaped bracket, squared off U-shape. But anyway, one end of it presses here and one end presses there. And I decided that, you know what, that is going to be putting a pretty good amount of pressure on the plastic of the dash. And so what I did is I got a stainless steel 240 volt double outlet box cover plate, like for a stove outlet or a dryer outlet. And the hole is for just over 2 inches, and this gauge fits 2-inch holes. So anyway, I cut the outside of the circle down to about a 1/2 inch all around, and used that as a backer for the gauge, and then I siliconed it in just so that it'll stay in place better and maybe not rattle. It's got blue RTV silicone right now, and when I find some gray, I'll just get a little bit of gray and overcoat the blue, and then it'll look a little bit more like it's supposed to be there. But there's not a lot of blue, and the blue doesn't actually look all that bad anyway, so maybe I won't put a very high priority on it. Okay, so that is the Econo gauge. Kind of a fun little thing, and if you use it, it'll help you. You watch the gauge, and it'll help you improve your mileage, improve your driving habits. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so have you ever had your shift lever go really loose on you, and you can't start your truck unless you go put the shifter into neutral, or you jiggle it around until it starts? Well, all you got to do to fix that is up underneath of here is a all right, you see those two screws there above the round thing? Those hold your shift lever to the rod that shifts your transmission, or the cable that shifts the transmission. So you see the end of the cable there. Then that bracket that comes across goes onto the shift lever column, and those two screws, those come loose every once in a while. When that happens, you get a bunch of slop, and you can't shift gears, or it'll shift, but it's very sloppy, and it gets loose enough to a point where you can't shift into a gear, or you can't start your truck because it doesn't engage the mechanism that allows you to start when you're in park. Usually you can start in neutral though. So anyway, those are T30 Torx bolts, and you can reach in here with a 30 Torx socket with your ratchet and reach up there and tighten them up. Problem is solved just like that. Very simple. Don't need to take your dash apart or anything. Just tighten those two screws down and you're back in biz. Okay.